The first time I went to prison was I was 17 years old, and that was in Mexico. I got sentenced to 20 years.
Okay, so why did you leave LA and go to Mexico?
I went for vacations, and I was left over there by my parents, and they brought all my documentation and everything, so I won't come back. And I was stuck up there, and I got in trouble.
Was it their way of trying to keep you out of LA or something?
Out of trouble, yes. The day that my dad told me they were drinking, they were making carnitas, they were all drinking, and I was running around trying to get ready to go see some girlfriends that we had in another little, not a city, another little ranch. And my dad like, hey, mijo, if I buy you a horse, will you stay here? Yeah, Dad, whatever. And I'm running around, trying to shower and get ready. Well, when I woke up the next day, my horse was hanging like outside, and there was only my clothes out there, and my parents were gone. They left me over there for real. And that's how I got stuck over there.
Well, what part of Mexico were you in?
Jalisco.
And for those who've never been to Jalisco, describe what it was like living in Jalisco.
Beautiful. I love it. Beer is cheap. You can go over there as a minor and buy beer, alcohol, whatever, cigarettes, it don't matter. You don't have to go to school. You do whatever you want over there. I got in trouble for some things that I didn't even do. I was getting accused for murders and for bank robberies and growing pot and stuff like that. But I had, it wasn't even me. They were looking for some guy that lived on the other side of a little river. There was a little river that separates my house from his house. So this guy gets caught with a gun, and they tell him, hey, where'd the Caesar live? Oh, and he took him to my house. So I get caught and taken, but I don't have no proof saying that I'm a United States citizen or nothing like that, and they won't believe me. They don't take my word for it. So I started getting ass whooping about like 30 minutes after I got arrested. They put me in the car, handcuffed and everything, and as soon as we passed where my family couldn't see me, they started pistol whipping me. And once we got to the pueblo, the interrogation started with all of us that got arrested. I don't know how the other guys got arrested. When I got there, they were already there, most of them. And some other guys got caught, and some other guys just were on the run. Some other guys just got in a shootout and escaped. But once we got there, they threw us I called it the dungeon, because it was just a big old white, like cave-looking thing. They threw us in there, no seats, no nothing, just concrete walls and concrete floor and everything. And from there, they took us one by one into the bathroom and started whooping our asses, asking us questions. And then from there, they took us to another place where we kept getting beat up and stuff. For like a month straight, we got beat up. I lasted 6 months in there. I went all the way to Puente Grande. From Puente Grande, I went all the way to INS in Mexico City. 15 minutes before I got extradited here to do my 20 years here, my lawyer got there and bailed me out and showed proof that who I was. My grandma never called my dad and told him I was arrested. One of my uncles seen me in there, and he called my dad like, what the fuck, how come you ain't came and pulled out your son out of jail? What you mean? Oh, he's over here, he got sentenced to 20 years, you better come and get his ass. So my dad took off and bailed me out.
And then where did you go after that?
Well, after that, since I'm a U.S. citizen, the U.S. Embassy got involved, and a lot of law enforcement got in trouble. So now the law enforcement in Mexico were looking for me to kill me, so I had to come back.
But they're not supposed to assault U.S. citizens like that.
No.
They assumed you was a Mexican citizen.
Well,
or did they know?
They knew, because I speak English and everything, but I didn't have no proof to tell them. I was 17. They said, well, he's fucking 18. Fuck this fool.
So did you come back to LA at some point?
Yes, 6 months after.
And were you still involved with HOB when you got back?
Went straight to the hood.
So did you ever go to prison in California?
Yes. I got 3 CDC numbers.
When was the first time?
In prison, I was 27, I believe. The first time I went to prison.
And what was that over?
Assault with a deadly weapon, great bodily injury with a gun.
And what happened in court?
I was facing 28 years. I ended up getting 2 years.
So you took a deal?
Yes, a plea bargain.
And where'd you have to do those 2 years at?
I did those in Coalinga, CCF. I got sent to a CCF.
And were you still representing Hangout Boys at that age?
Yes.
And what was that like in prison?
Cool. It's cool. It's just stressful. We were outnumbered as Sureños. We were outnumbered. I believe we were like 8 Southsiders, and there was like maybe 30 or 40 Norteños and maybe 40 or 60 blacks. So we were outnumbered. There were like 5 Paisas and 3 Woods. So we were outnumbered dramatically. Like for the first like 2-3 days, I couldn't sleep. I had to lock in my sock, like, you know, and just ready for anything because I didn't know what to expect. And the homies would tell me it's female, but I couldn't cope with it, you know, at first.
So in all these different camps, the blacks, the Paisas, the Southsiders, the Norteños, there's no interaction between these camps, right? Everyone stays to themselves in these groups?
Well, the blacks and the Norteños get along. The Woods, Paisas, and Southsiders most of the time are united, you know, unless something jumps off between us.
And are there different like cars for the Latinos, like the South Central car or the South LA or the West LA?
The Paisas got different, like, they go by their state, where they were born.
Oh, in Mexico.
Yeah, and the Southsiders, they hang around really by the areas. Yeah, it's LA, Orange County, San Diego, IE area and stuff like that. But we're united.
What area did you hang out with?
South Central area, LA.
And that includes what other neighborhood? Because whoever's your enemy out here is not your enemy in there.
No, not in prison.
So basically, you can be posted up with someone from Playboys.
Yeah, I gotta have his back just like he has to have mine. You have to have unity. If you don't have unity, then you're weak. You're broken down. The blacks and the Norteños get along. The Woods, Paisas, and Southsiders most of the time are united, you know, unless something jumps off between us. You know? But most of the time we're like together, you know.
Okay, so you get out of that, you get released from that after 2 years, and then what happens?
One of my homeboys had just got kidnapped. One of my connects and TJ had just got kidnapped and got out. I seen him the day I got out, and he hooked me up with some more connects and TJ, and then he left to TJ. They had told him, they had warned him not to go back, and he went back and they killed him. So when we went back over there to his funeral and stuff like that, like 4 of the guys, we went in 4 cars. 3 of the cars got kidnapped. I was the only one that escaped because they had trucks and I had a little car, and we were in the dirt roads and I couldn't drive fast. So they got kidnapped and they were held for ransom. And then just the same thing, just more enemies probably.
So you went back to prison after you got out for those 2 years?
Yes.
What happened there?
I got prison a week later.
A week after your release?
Yes.
Was it a parole violation or a new offense?
No offense.
What happened?
I tried to go in some house and kill some guy, and they threw the cops on me, and so I got arrested. I was facing, I think, 20 years. I only ended up getting 28 months.
Another deal?
Yes.
And where'd you go this time?
That time I went to Avenue. I went to Avenue that time. Yeah.
And,
I got out, I lasted 2 weeks, and I went back to prison.
and when you got there, what was Avenel like? Did they have the same sort of, were you outnumbered? Like, what were the different groups looking like there?
No. Now we're about even, or we're like, because they try to like even things out in prison, but this is a full-fledged high security electric fence prison. The other one was you could probably just jump out the fence if you wanted to. Yeah. So I got caught with an ounce of heroin in the county. I turned myself in, and I took some heroin in there, and I had taken some for one specific person in there, and I was gonna give my other issue to whoever had it going, and the guy gave it to seen all the dope, and he snitched on me and kept the dope. So I got caught red-handed with the dope in there. They ran up in there, got me butt naked, found the dope, kept me in the hallway and a bench, butt naked all night, and then I went to court, and from court I went straight to the home for 30 days. And from 30 days after, I go to court, and they come at me with an offer, with a deal, so I jumped on it. 2 years.
Now, here it is, like, let me see, it's about 32 years later from the beginning of HOB, and if you drive over there, it's still active.
I still drive over there.
It still exists. Like,
yes.
How do you feel like you guys created something that's still there 32 years later?
Well, like when they put a homie down, like when they put a homie down, it affects me personally because I know that I had something to do with it, one way or another, so it falls real heavy on my shoulders. My age and stuff like that now, I have children and grandchildren, I would have done things probably differently. It has caused a lot of pain and sorrow to our side of the H family and to the opposing sides all around us.
At a certain point, did you ever get tired of going to prison? Because you got out, 6 months later, you're back in.
I got tired the first time I went to prison. It's just my habits and not habits. I never had habits. The only habit I got is fucking cigarettes, and I can't fucking stop. I can't quit smoking, That's the only habit I had, but my wants. I want this, I wanted that, and we had to provide for the hit with weapons and whatever was needed. There's things that.
At what age were you when you kind of became less active?
Last year.
Last year?
Yes. Because of my infirmity. I got an illness that's affecting my spine, which affects my entire body, my eyes, neck, arms, legs, everything. Yeah.
And how long have you been experiencing this?
Since like 99. Yeah.
Has it gotten worse over the years?
It's getting worse.
What do the doctors tell you?
They tell me, with all due respect, you're fucked. Exactly like that. Can't do nothing for you. You ain't got a cure. I have faith in the man upstairs,
Thanks for watching StreetGangs.com. Please like and share the video you just watched and leave a comment below to tell us what you think. You can also watch 2 of our previous episodes to the right. Please visit the link to our Patreon page and support our campaign. And don't forget to subscribe.